Фу. Вот это мне совсем не нравится. Да ё-моё, вы издеваетесь, что ли? Так они все падают. Ладно, ну примерно понятно. Не будем так торопиться. Так ну чё? А теперь он там не уходит. Я ничего не понимаю. Почему сначала она уходит, а потом не уходит? Да я ничего не понимаю. Pardon me, Sherlock. Pardon me. Ну, кому? Я ничего не дай. Ой. Оє. Что мы вообще тут ищем? Что теперь? Вау! Воу. Не, а я еще должна методом тыка это узнавать, что ли? Так, ладно. Стоп, они как-то отличаются? Да, они отличаются. Вот где белые, там можно ходить. А где красные, там нельзя. Да. Ладно. Достает. Ладно. Ладно. Как время забываю. В принципе, это была самая легкая из всех. Сколько мы будем лезть? Сколько здесь уровней вообще? Иди. Это для вас задачка, что ли? Что мы сейчас найдем Такуна Умана?
The treasure of Takunuma.
Так, вот эти штуки мне явно не нравятся.
The calendar. It was here. So Zacharias, Sir Charles, and Marley have all known about this from the beginning. No keyhole or handle. There must be a way. This is the statuette that Bernard Marley, Sir Charles, and Zacharias all shared. The calendar. It was here. So Zacharias, Sir Charles, and Marley have all known about this from the beginning.
Так, значит, что у нас?
The calendar.
Да, все, окей. Ага, это я не могу. Что я должна выбрать-то? Или это все надо в определенном порядке? Или надо выбрать тот символ, которого не было? О, так, что вот тут еще сверху какие-то точки. К чему это относится? Там нет никаких подсказок. Открыть я ничего не могу. Так же нечестно. Ну, допустим, вот одна точка, может это первая. О, да. Ладно. Есть два. Один из тире это меньше, чем два. Ладно. Один. Два. Да. Три. Три. Ух. 4. Теперь, наверное, с точки тире. 1. Эй, ну! Один. На основании чего вообще должна догадываться в каком-то порядке? В чем логика? Так, ну давайте с точки... с тире просто. 1. Ух. 2. Да как так-то? А я забыла, что мы делаем. Так, теперь один с точкой. Допустим, теперь 2. Два тоже. Два стира. А теперь два тира, да? Ну почему? Где логика? Я не вижу.
This is the statuette that Bernard Marley, Sir Charles and Zacharias all shared.
Там нет никаких подсказок. На этих тоже ничего нет. Крыжерал мне не дают. Наконец-то. Так, кто это утащил? Чарльз? Так. С этим мы закончим. Но это был Чарльз, не? Или Марли? Не, Марли руку потерял. Не, ну мог, в принципе, почему нет? Ну, что вам не нравится? Чё же так сложно? Мы больше ничего не можем сделать, да? Это все... Как же тот маленький этот, который... Может, сын решил отомстить? Все возможные улики. Ладно. Ну, видео, видно. Но это был не автоматон, допустим. А зачем он прятался? Вот. Кричал, не убивайте. Ну-ка, я себе. Ладно, так он знал, что... Блин. Как он мог не знать? Давайте просто чаш задвинем и все. Почему вот это вообще никуда не подходит? Так, можно все стереть? Ну это-то откуда? Вот это вообще никуда не идет. О, неужели? А, ну это у нас было. Можно я буду всех оправдывать? Да блин, мне его жаль. Из этих руку потерял. Хотя я думал, он был жадный до сокровища. Но он в рабстве побывал. Хотя вот насчет низкорослого помощника я, конечно, не согласна, что стоит оставить на свободе. Что же мне сделать? Нет, вот этот чувак точно должен сесть, поэтому... Тем более он нас чуть не убил. А все равно долго там не просидит. Чарльз, ну Чарльза смысла не было в своем клубе это делать, наверное. Да, долги, но в принципе у него уже много там коллекций. Зачем ему еще это? Я не думаю, что ему нужно было оставить этот календарь, тем более, что он сам хотел от него его продать.
Mr. Albeit. Oh, you're here with your son.
Yes, obviously.
We have to talk with you, and it involves the police.
I see. Gulliver, go across the road to Mrs. James. This is an adult conversation.
Hold on just 1 second, please.
A pygmy?
As I suspected. Albeit brought him back from Brazil. You were both slaves there and you escaped together, am I correct?
You are. We are companions through life to death. He's more like a brother to me.
It's clear enough now. You and your accomplice are guilty to the murder of Zacharias Greystoke.
They had to pay for what they did. If only I'd had the time to get all of them. But Gulliver only did what I told him.
It's for the judge to decide that. But given the nature of judges, I doubt that he will be lenient towards a pygmy who kills an Englishman.
Okay. Бесчестие.
Father, Mr. Orson Wilde is here, and I'm going to stay with Miss Alice.
Как
What?
не связи?
Did you forget?
Что?
Orson Wilde, you know, the star of American theatre. And he's visiting and staying with us. You did forget?
No, not that. I meant you wanting to stay with Miss Alice.
Yes, that's right. Miss Alice suggested it. She told me you couldn't possibly refuse.
Why don't you stay with Mrs. Hudson?
Oh, but Miss Caitlin has more in common with Miss Alice, and they get along so well.
Guess what, Mrs. Hudson? Mr. Wilde is here to study my father's character for his next play. And he won't be disappointed, will he? Father is so pig-headed.
I can't believe it! The great Sherlock Holmes standing in front of me!
Вот это шляпа.
I'm sure that our two brains will...
Brains.
Mr. Wilde, your room.
Charming. This is such a fascinating city.
We need to talk.
I'd rather not. You're going to be angry again. Goodbye, Mr. Wilde.
Is it 5 o'clock already? I think I might go and ask Mrs. Hudson for some tea.
Что поделать? Так он живой остался.
It would be better to examine Wilde's belongings before he returns.
Конечно. Как же я об этом не подумал.
Ah, Wilde's already making himself at home. Wilde truly has a perfect disguise kit. Do actors really need all this? This must be grease paint.
Эй,
Face powder of an excellent quality. I use the same brushes for makeup.
I forgot my hat. Father,
I'm just checking,
you've got something on your face. Is it makeup?
it might be. Practicing my disguises, you know me. No, don't touch that! No, no!
Ah, Mrs. Hudson, with our tea.
Not quite. We have a visitor. However, the lady is not so much angry as perplexed.
Good day to you, gentlemen. My name is Mary Sutherland. I have come to you, Mr. Holmes, because I would give everything I have to know what has become of Mr. Hosmer Angel.
Why the haste, Miss Sutherland?
Mr. Hosmer Angel has disappeared, and my father, Mr. Winterbank, will do nothing. It makes me so angry.
у него такие тяжелые очки.
Mr. Windybank is your stepfather, surely, since the name is different?
Indeed, I call him father, although he is barely older than myself.
And your mother is alive?
Oh, yes. Although I wasn't best pleased when she married again, and so soon after father's death, and to a man so much younger than herself.
What is your connection with Mr. Hosmer Angel?
I met him at the gasfitter's ball. Mr. Winterbank did not wish for me and Mother to attend. He never did wish us to go anywhere, but this time I was quite set on it. Fortunately, he left for France upon some business, and so didn't have any say in it. And I met Mr. Angel that night. We met again after that and would take walks together. But then Father returned, and we could no longer meet.
Why was your stepfather against your going anywhere?
Well, he didn't like anything of that sort. He used to say that a woman should be happy in her own family circle.
Do you have your own income?
I do, from an inheritance. It was left to me by my Uncle Ned in Auckland.
Then you have all that you could wish for, naturally.
Well, I live at home and don't wish to be a burden to my family, so they have the use of the money.
Did Mr. Hosmer Angel make no attempt to see you?
Well, Father was going off again in a week. And Hosmer wrote and said that it would be better for us not to see each other until Father had gone. After that, he stopped writing.
Where does Mr. Angel live?
I don't know exactly. I address all of his letters to the Leadenhall Street post office for collection.
Were you engaged?
Oh yes, Mr. Holmes. Right after the first walk that we took.
Is there anything else that you can tell me about Mr. Angel?
He is a very shy man. He would rather walk with me in the evening, so as to be discreet. I put a missing persons notice in last Saturday's Chronicle. Here's a copy, and a letter from him.
Haha, a love letter. Yes, I see. As I anticipated, this validates my deductions perfectly.
What deductions, Mr.
Mr. Wilde. Holmes. Tell her. A love letter? Aren't you dying to read it, Holmes?
Mr. Holmes, what do you think about the letter on the table? Do you think it might help?
This is strange. The love letter is typewritten. We had a wonderful time together, didn't we, while your father was in France? I'm waiting for the moment when your stepfather leaves once more. Miss Sutherland only met with Hosmer Angel while the stepfather was absent. Good quality paper, quite smooth. Fairly common ink, nothing special. Hosmer Angel decided not to leave his signature. Let's study this letter more closely. There are some letters with typographical defects. Miss Sutherland, do you have any other letters from Mr. Angel?
Unfortunately not. But I've brought my father's letter from Paris. Here it is.
The stepfather's letter is also typewritten. I hope that you'll be an obedient girl. Take my advice. Stay at home. Miss Sutherland's stepfather's signature. The stepfather is trying to keep the daughter at home. Quite common paper with a light yellow tint. Fairly common ink, nothing special. Let's study this letter more closely. There are some letters with typographical defects. Both letters have typographical defects. They merit further attention. This letter has a defect. It's the same letter with the same defect in both instances. One more letter with a defect. Another letter match with the same defects.
Одна и та же печатная машина.
One more letter with a defect. Another letter matched with the same defects. So, based on the specific defects, we could say that these letters were composed on the same typewriter.
Стой, стой, стой. Все, короче, дело сделано. Не можешь же быть.
Thanks to Wilde, my analysis table has been completely...
I think this case is fairly obvious, don't you, Mr. Holmes?
What else can I tell you?
Плохое зрение. И что, он гримировался и выдавал себя за этого? Ну, короче, пусть. Судя по всему, больше нам ничего тут нельзя сделать.
You should try to let Mr. Hosmer Angel vanish from your memory, as he has done from your life.
Then you don't think I'll see him again?
I fear not.
Then what has happened to him?
Your stepfather married your mother for her money, and also enjoyed the use of your income. But with your personal advantages, it was clear that you would not remain single for long, even with him keeping you at home. He disguised himself and reappeared as Mr. Hosmer Angel. He brought you as far as the church door and then conveniently slipped away. To bring you to this conclusion in such a dramatic manner that it would leave a permanent impression upon your mind. You have been cruelly tricked, Miss Sutherland.
Oh, Mr. Holmes. No, I can't believe it. But we were engaged. Oh, it's horrible to think about. But thank you for all you have done, Mr. Holmes.
Holmes, you could have been more diplomatic.
Oh, come on.
What is going on?
Mr. Holmes, is everything all right?
Oh my god. Go back to your flat and stay there with Kate. Calm down, Toby. Now, let's see what this contains. It's ticking.
Alright.
It's ticking. I see wires inside. They could be connected to the cover.
Блин, я не там нажал.
It's ticking. I see wires inside. They could be connected to the cover. A fancy ticking homemade gift from a secret admirer. I have 2 minutes to defuse it. Aha! This solenoid protects the bomb from being easily diffused. If it loses its power supply, it will close contact between the secondary chain wires and the bomb will explode. A source of electricity for the detonation. There are wires attached to the bell and hammer. When the alarm triggers, the bomb will explode.
Я не знаю, как делать.
A fancy ticking homemade gift from a secret admirer. I have 2 minutes to defuse. There are wires attached to the bell and hammer. When the alarm triggers, the bomb will explode. A fancy ticking.
Ну, короче, я все перепробовала, я не знаю, почему.
A fan. There are wires attached to the bell and a source of electricity. A package with explosive material. There are wires going in and out. It's useless to predict how they might be tangled up inside.
Окей.
A fancy. Whew.
Можно его выкинуть просто? Фух.
What happened?
Just a small bomb.
Somebody wants to kill me? What for?
I don't believe that you were the target.
Who then?
Mr. Holmes, are you all right? I saw the bloke. I tried to catch him, but he escaped.
Can you describe the man?
He was thin, about 5'5", with black hair and a hair lip.
Wiggins, tell us everything you saw.
The fellow was watching your place, so I thought maybe he's a client. But then he took something out of his jacket and threw it, smashing your window. I shouted at him and he took off. I grabbed him by the sleeve, but he wriggled out of his jacket and left it. I'm sorry I didn't catch him, Mr. Holmes.
You did very well, Wiggins. Now, let's take a look at that jacket.
Here it is.
Good job, Wiggins. Here's a penny.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Holmes.
Так. Ладно.
Who tried to kill me, Mr. Holmes?
JT are the owner's initials. Let's see what's inside.
There could be a hidden message that's been written with some lemon juice.
No, don't touch anything else.
Ah,
There are ink stains on this piece of paper. I could read the text with the help of my analysis table if Wilde hadn't already destroyed it.
окей.
A poem. But what does it mean?
This isn't a poem. It's a song called Rally Mohawks. That great moment when America rebelled against England's dominance. Then rally, boys, and hasten on to meet our chiefs at the Green Dragon. And I bet they hoisted a tankard of ale and invented a new nation. Along with deciding if this was the week they got to dump some tea into Yon Harbor.
Why ever did he keep such a song in his pocket?
Так. Раз у нас было сохранение, думаю, на этом мы пока
Who tried to kill me, Mr.
остановимся.
Holmes?
Что ж. Благодарю за просмотр. Желаю всем удачи. Счастливо.